One of the wildest things about this year, normally the Call of Duty hype cycle, at this point of the year, everyone's talking about the next game, which would be Black Ops 7. I have actually seen more about Modern Warfare 4, which is next year's Call of Duty game, than I've seen about Black Ops 7, which is really, really weird. But I think that's just like what people are wanting. People are sick of Black Ops. But we got a video by Who's Immortal going over some new major leaks for Modern Warfare 4. I actually don't know what these are. I didn't see them. Maybe he's talking about DMZ, maybe not. I don't know. We're going to find out.
So much for stopping by. As you may or may not know,
no problem, Zach.
We've already heard a little bit about Call of Duty 2026. Yes, there are already leaks for it, thanks to the lovely thing known as the Call of Duty HQ, which for whatever reason constantly includes game files relevant to games years.
By the way, yeah, there's game files for Call of Duty 2027 in Call of Duty HQ. Like, not a lot, but they're there.
Years away. So even now, before Black Ops 7 has been fully announced and revealed and is out later this year, we've already got some actually pretty significant details on Modern Warfare 4 Call of Duty 2026, as it seems, including a very, very lengthy Arsenal leak. Basically, a ton of weapons have surfaced via the game files and have leaked out in recent weeks. And while this isn't anything urgent breaking news by any means, it is something I wanted to break down because it does, in my opinion, probably detail some of the progress already on COD 2026 if we have as many weapons currently listed in game files now.
I don't even know how reliable this can actually be, but it's still kind of interesting.
And it gives you an idea of what to expect in terms of some of the content here. So first and foremost, as always, when we are breaking down leaks, especially ones like this that are so far in advance, so many different things could be altered, scrapped, completely removed entirely, right? So just because we do have leaks for this certain rifle or this certain SMG right now doesn't mean that it's 100% confirmed to be in Modern Warfare 4 when it launches in 2026, right? But this information is stemming originally from Reality UK with some of the code names and things of that nature, and then Vondi, his Pog, actually went through and seemingly deciphered a handful of the weapons.
Do you know what's actually kind of hilarious? I want you to look at this gameplay and like legitimately answer the question. Is this Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare 2, or Modern Warfare 3? Like, actually, I know what it is, but like, if you know quickly, like, you may be like, that's a dumb question, but realistically, they all look pretty damn similar
that we have so far based on the codename context clues that we've got. So we'll jump category to category, break down exactly what to expect for MW4 weapons. First up with the assault rifles here, the AK-103, which is essentially the Kastov 7.62 from Modern Warfare 2. Keep in mind, Call of Duty does not use real names. They legally are not able to. So as far as the actual weapon names themselves, in-game it may differ. It might not be called the Kastov 7.62. It might not be called something in specific, and it definitely won't be called what the real gun is in real life. But that's essentially what it's resembling, right? We also have the Daewoo K2. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correct. I'm probably.
So the interesting thing about the Daewoo name is actually right behind my face right now. This is the logo, and it's rumored that Modern Warfare 4 is supposed to be taking place in Korea. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see like similar names to like Korean, like I don't know how to say this, but other than to say a little bit Asian.
Not the H&K HK437, which is the Kilo from Modern Warfare, the Colt Model 933, which is the M4A1 from Modern Warfare, and then also the SAR 21. For battle
rifles, like the TAR 21?
The Shaq 12. Yes, that's right. Shaquille O'Neal. 12 of them, actually. That's going to be the Odin from Modern Warfare. I know a lot of people love the Odin back in the day, so that could be a pretty cool one to have return. We're also going to have the Barrett REC-10, the OTS RM277, which is the Cronin Squall from Modern Warfare 2, the Ultimax 100 Mark III, which is actually the Fang 82 from...
The anime skins are going to be off the charts for this game. In Korea. Okay, that's actually pretty funny.
Black Ops 6, the Fang obviously being an LMG currently. Interesting that it shifts over to a battle rifle potentially for MW4. And then also the Galil Ace, which is the CR56 AMAX from Modern Warfare. Then we got the SMGs, and these ones are all pretty obvious. We got
MP7.
the H&K MP7, of course, a classic. I've always loved the
PPSH,
MP7
nice.
in the Modern Warfare titles. We've also got the PM63 Rack, the PPSH 41, the Streebog SP9A1, and then also
Vector.
the Chris Vector. So a couple of familiar names there, of course.
Get it? What's your Victor Vector? Get it?
For
Get
shotguns,
it?
we only have a couple of listed so far. It is worth noting that even with this list now, there's probably several things that are going to be added over time. This is probably far from the full and complete finished weapons list, which ultimately is good news because we're breaking down a ton of weapons here. For them to be adding more and more means launch content can be pretty crazy.
Okay,
for
am
Modern Warfare.
I the only one here that honestly does not care? Like when these leaks come out and they're like, "Oh, we got the AK. Oh, big surprise. Big surprise. Never saw that one coming. Oh, we have an M4. Okay, every Call of Duty does." Like I could tell you at the launch of every game, you're going to have an assault rifle that does like an AK that does high damage with a decent rate of fire. You're gonna have an M4 that has low recoil, moderate damage. You're gonna have one that's a fast rate of fire but low damage, and then you're gonna have like your super slow rate of fire, your Odin with high damage. Then you're gonna have the same thing for SMGs. Then for shotguns, you're gonna have a semi-automatic shotgun. You're gonna have like one like the Olympia that has like a double barrel essentially, and then maybe you have one other one. For sniper rifles, you're gonna have one that's like semi-automatic that isn't always a one-hit kill. You're gonna have a bolt action that's a one-hit kill. Like it's the same thing in every game. Like the Call of Duties that do it best are the ones where each weapon feels different, which at launch Black Ops 6 actually did pretty good. They just didn't ever balance like the Jackal out of it or anything like that. But like when I hear these things, like they don't like, oh, okay, we're gonna have weapons in Call of Duty. Who would have guessed, right?
For 4, but for shotguns we do have the Winchester model 1887, then also the Benelli M3. And by the way, as we are going through all the weapons, all the leaks here, if you guys enjoy the video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated. Much love to everyone who does take the time to do so. And if you're new to the channel, you want to make sure that each and every single day you're up to date with absolutely everything going on in the world of COD. There's no better place than right here, so feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. Next up, we've got the LMGs. We've got the Daewoo K3 here. So instead of the K2
There's another
rifle,
Daewoo.
it's the K3 LMG. We've got the Knights Armament LAMG, which is actually the Finn LMG from Modern Warfare, if you remember that. We've got the Sig Sauer MG338, which is actually the RAL MG from Modern Warfare. The
From AW, scrapped gun from AW, M160.
Type 73 LMG, then also the M160, which is apparently a scrapped gun from Advanced Warfare, which is kind of interesting. I mean, it's listed in the game files as LMG_railgun, so that one could be pretty interesting. For the Marksman rifles, we've got the crossbow, an obvious one there. We've got the FNFAL, of course, another classic. The H&K G28, which is the MR28 from Ghosts.
I didn't know about this one.
Solid weapon back in the day. And then we also have the Mosin Nagant, which is basically a sniper there, right? For actual sniper.
I heard that Modern Warfare 4 will be the last COD with old console support for PS4. I believe Black Ops 7 is the last Call of Duty with that.
Rifles themselves, we've got the GM6 Lynx, which is of course the Signal 50 from Modern Warfare 2. We've got the Sauer & Sons 100, and then also the SV98 in there as well. Being a Modern Warfare title, I have to imagine we're also going to see some other classic Modern Warfare snipers appear either at launch or through the post-launch seasons eventually as well. We also have several handguns listed in the files, including the Desert Eagle, of
There's another Daewoo.
course, a classic, the Glock 17, which is the X12
That's a lot of
from Modern
pistols,
Warfare,
actually.
the H&K HK45, the Daewoo K5, Sig Sauer P220, which is the P890 from MW2, the S&W Model 500, which is the Basilisk from MW2, then also the Ruger Security 9. And then for launchers and melee weapons here, we've got the Javelin, we've got the Carl Gustaf M4, which is the Strela P,
the riot shield's
Milcor
back.
MJL, which is the RGL80, the RPG-7 and RPG-18, a GM94, and then for the melees, the only thing listed is a Riot Shield. Have to imagine we're also going to have several different knife variants as well, but for you Riot Shield fans out there, obviously we haven't seen that in BO6. Maybe we'll see it in BO7. Who knows? With some like advanced tech, maybe it'll be like, some kind of moving one, mobile one that you can actually use and shoot around, something crazy like that. But the riot shield should be coming back in Modern Warfare 4 as well. There were a few other, peculiar mentions here that Vondia's Pog sort of replies to, asking if any of these guns were super futuristic. Obviously, you hear something like a railgun, for instance, and that could be something a little bit more out there. But Vondi does reply saying there's a couple of other weapons already in the files now that could not be identified easily. Obviously, Vondi's just going through and detailing the ones that are easily identified.
So this is interesting because if you watched my video on Ink Slasher yesterday, we talked about EWR, Experimental War Robot 115. It looks like they have an experimental assault rifle coming in there.
So like I said, this isn't even the full list that's been leaked entirely so far based on some other code names. But for instance, there's also the XAR1, which is an experimental assault rifle. Could be something more futuristic, could be something that's almost like a 3D print sort of blueprint aftermarket part type deal there. Obviously, we're still so far out from Modern Warfare 4 that the finer details here when it comes to, things like weapons are still yet to come. This is probably the most broad, most ambiguous leaks that we'll have for weapons in Modern Warfare 4 for really a lot of stuff in MW4. Anything that surfaces now is like the least detailed it can be. Then ultimately, as we get closer and closer and closer to launch and reveal season and everything like that, much further on.
You wonder if they'll do something like Black Ops 2 where you can place the shield down. I highly doubt it, but maybe.
On down the road, there will be even more specifics mentioned in the COD HQ files. They're going to leak their own game because of the updates there. Then, of course, official stuff to come in quite some time. Something else I think to take note of, though, as we have this initial weapon leak, is that yes, there absolutely is some connection between some of the weapon classes there, different categories.
So I think the biggest thing, I'm gonna stop Zach there because like they're weapons. Like we don't need to be that deep about this. I think the biggest thing there is there's two things that we have heard rumor wise as far as Modern Warfare 4 goes. One, we talked about it, that it takes place in Korea, and the whole Daewoo name thing, and then each category. I'm guessing that'll probably be some sort of weapon manufacturer within that game. Pretty straightforward. I'm pretty sure everyone could figure that out. The other thing is we've seen DMZ leaks where there's supposed to be a 3D printer within DMZ, and somehow, I don't know whether you put money into it or time or whatever, where you will be able to print attachments. And I'm guessing we're going to see more of that. We saw it in Modern Warfare 3. We know that they're going to be having something along those lines. That's the kind of thing that I find more interesting than the weapons themselves, because like I said, every game is going to have pretty much the exact same style of weapons. Same with Battlefield, same with any other shooter. It's no different, really. So I think like the takeaway from that is the theme of Korea, and then the more interesting idea of what they're going to do with like 3D blueprinted and that style of weapons.